Welcome back to CruiseAway here on Gecko. Your chance 3 times a day to escape the everyday and plan exciting trips around the world. A cruise is such a good way of seeing many places all in one holiday and coming back with some real long-lasting memories. I'm Derek, and in this show we're taking trips over to North America. From Hollywood to New York, from Las Vegas to Seattle. This is quite some bucket list ticking show. Oh, I managed to say that all in one. Brilliant. So later we join the newly refitted Queen Mary 2 for a cruise around the amazing Caribbean. And being a Dreamaway package, we've got stays planned in New York and Las Vegas on that trip as well. We'll also be heading over to the sleepless city of Seattle for a mini break, followed by a cruise back to Sydney with Holland America Line via Hawaii and across the Pacific. Back to Sydney for October. Our first offer, though, takes us to the entertainment capital of the world, glorious Hollywood, and a 28-night trip in January next year, including part of the world cruise on the Island Princess. What a way to start 2025. So, on the 18th of January, we'll fly you from Sydney over to Los Angeles, the City of Angels, the home of Hollywood. And we've got a 2-night hotel stay here first. I long to see LA, I have to say. It looks absolutely fascinating. Of course, we're here in Southern California. It's the city of dreams. You've got the Hollywood Walk of Fame there as well. There's little Tokyo that you can go and visit as well, which is strange, isn't it, in America? Little Tokyo, but why not? You've got Walt Disney Music Hall there, the County Museum of Art. You can go and see the classics, and you can go and see lots of wonderful street art there. And if you haven't come back with a picture of you in front of the Hollywood sign, you haven't been there in the first place. You're there for 2 fabulous nights before we cruise, and here is your cruise ship. In fact, she's just finishing her current world cruise right now, and you'll be joining the Island Princess for part of her 2025 world cruise. So the team on board are very, very well versed to travelling right the way around the world, which means that you've got a crew on board who are massively experienced, who've got lots and lots of ideas of things for you to do as we take our exciting 27 nights. Being Princess, of course, your choice of dining on board will just take it as read. You know, if you want something different to eat every single one of those 27 nights, it will be on board the Island Princess. So much entertainment coming at you as well. Let's just have a quick look at main dining there. So you can do the full shebang every single night in the main dining if you like. Enjoy wonderful decadent desserts. You might just want grab and go by the pool. That's there for you as well. Pizza, very important on a Princess cruise. If you ever took the pizza away from a Princess cruise, there would be uproar, but it's there for you pretty much 24 hours a day, actually, because a lot of people like to finish the night. Maybe you've done a bit of boogieing in the nightclub and you want to finish just with a nice healthy slice of pizza before you head off to bed. Lots of people love to do that, but you can do that on a cruise as well, which is incredible. Lots of fabulous restaurants if you want to relax. Of course, you've got lots of wellness opportunities there. You've got the fabulous spa on board. You saw the gym there. Plenty of loungers. If that's your kind of relaxation, is just being on a lounger somewhere, then you absolutely can enjoy that as much as you like. Fabulous lounges, lots of entertainment in the Princess Theatre as well, and they've got artists performing from around the globe. Big production shows, there's live music around. You've got Explorers Lounge as well with lots of lovely entertainment, game shows, things like karaoke, things that you can join in with as well. I mean, look at the size of that theatre, it's incredible. And listen, never worry about how big a cruise ship is, because once you're on it, you really don't have that feeling of vastness. You just know that there are more places for you to be. There are more things for you to do. There are more choices for you to make in terms of your dining. You're going to love this, and everyone is going to be so revved up on this cruise because this is part of the world cruise. So we're calling out of San Pedro in LA, and first few days at sea, we're in Honolulu. Now, of course, here you've got to go and visit the famous Pearl Harbor, Oahu's North Shore, and of course Waikiki Beach if you get the chance as well. Lots of tours around and on the way through this cruise too. Next we head to Lahaina on Maui. Beautiful. What an incredible place this is as well. So many tours. You can go to the pineapple plantation here. There are bike adventures. So many. Then we go across the Pacific to Suva in Fiji. Thurston Gardens here is where most people head to see the blooms and the display there. You can go sea fishing though around the islands if you fancy it. We've got a day at sea and then we are in New Zealand. We'll start in the Bay of Islands. Then you visit the Puketi Kauri Forest here and go to the Glowworm Cave, which is one of the big attractions here. Again, lots and lots of different opportunities, and Princess have lots of excursions on offer too. Next we're in Napier. Of course, the famous Hawke's Bay wineries are here. You can ride up the Mohaka River, maybe on a tour as well. So you've got, you know, just beautiful New Zealand, isn't it? So lush and green and just gorgeous. Picton is next. Now you can take the Marlborough Flyer train through the wonderful landscapes here, celebrate the excellent wines, of course, from this region in Marlborough, and take a scenic cruise of the wonderful Fiordland Sounds as well. Day at sea, we're in Dunedin. There's that Scottish castle, the Larnock Castle at the top there, which is always worth a visit. But I definitely would love to go to Penguin Place as well and get some photos taken there. I think that would be pretty special, don't you? Then we do some scenic cruising. Now this is the Fiordland National Park, so it's the Doubtful, the Dusky and the Milford Sounds. Vast national park of fjords here in New Zealand. They are spectacular and you're eye to eye with the scenery here. It's the best way to be. Watch the waterfalls in full flow. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. A couple of days at sea, and here we are back home again into Sydney, which is incredible. So this again is another one of those offers where you get all of your travelling out of the way at the start of the holiday. The rest of it is holiday time. You've got your wonderful relaxing couple of nights in LA, and then you've got that wonderful Island Princess cruise out of LA all the way through to Sydney. And remember, this is part of Island Princess World Cruise for 2025. So it will be buzzing because you will have people from around the world. Some people are doing the whole world cruise, some people are doing parts of it like you are on this one. So deposits today of just $1,000 gets this holiday booked and the price locked in for you. And this of course is for January. So that's the flight from Sydney to LA, 2 nights in a hotel there, and then your 27-night cruise back to Sydney across the Pacific through the Hawaiian Islands, fascinating through New Zealand as well. Price tag. Now remember, this is a world cruise, so they come with limited places and premium price tags, but hello. When you are booking with CruiseAway, we always make every dollar work as hard as it possibly can. So for that price, not only have you got pretty much a month's worth of cruising on part of a world cruise with a really big brand cruise line, but you've got your flights sorted there, out to LA and a couple of nights there at a hotel, and that is the CruiseAway difference for you. Let's look at upgrading prices. So if you want to upgrade to ocean view or to balcony or further to a suite, those suites, you'll be very lucky if you manage to get one of those, in fact, because the world cruises get booked up so quickly. So you might find at the time you call that the suites might be unavailable by now, but talk to the team. It's well worth speaking to us. 1300 412 358, because those suites, they are limited in number, of course, and they are ever so popular. Some people book their world cruises, you know, 2-3 years in advance, you know, with the cruise lines, because they love it. I mean, some people will live their life on the ocean wave. If you want to make this all inclusive, by the way, add Princess Plus. It makes so much sense. If you look on the left-hand side there, Princess Plus for $65 per person per day gives you a full drinks package. So, you know, drinks up to $22 each, unlimited Wi-Fi, juice bar, premium desserts, fitness classes, room service delivery, casual dining meals, Ocean Now delivery, which means you can have food and drink delivered to the very spot you are on the ship. All of that included in the Princess Plus package. It's well worth investing in that when you make your booking, because it means that you've done all the budgeting. And remember, the whole jolly lot, you can break down the price of your holiday down by either 6 payments or 12 payments by taking advantage of Travel Pay Later, which is well worth talking about. All the details are on our website, or you can talk to our team about that. Very easy to sign up. Very simple, interest free as well, just small admin payment. and you can sign up and spread the cost of that holiday. It's amazing though, isn't it? Hollywood to Sydney. I'm liking the sound of that. And if you are, call us toll free right now on 1300 412 358. Right, next, if you're ready for a holiday you will never forget, then this is the one for you. You'll see why I've got such a big smile on my face in just seconds. It's for November and it's over 21 nights and the Caribbean is calling you on an incredible cruise. This holiday though is full of contrasts. So on the 14th of November, we're going to start this holiday by flying you from Sydney over to the capital of fun in the middle of Nevada, in the middle of the desert. There's this bonkers one and only place in the world, Las Vegas, and you are staying there in a hotel on the Strip, as I have done twice now, nearly 3 times, in Las Vegas. Honestly, this is one of the craziest places on earth you could ever wish to visit. It is brilliant. You've got to see it. You are there for 3 nights. And just enjoy every single minute of it. Go and see a fantastic show. Go and see the new Sphere venue, which is amazing. They've got a wonderful experience within that, if you haven't seen it there, or you can see a show on the stage. Go downtown to Fremont Street and do a zip line all the way down this crazy street full of bars and casinos and everything. It's brilliant. Get out and do the touristy things as well. Just outside of Vegas, you've got the Mojave Desert. You can take ATV tours there. Get out and see the Grand Canyon while you're there. Have a helicopter ride over to the Grand Canyon. But you've got to have a gondola ride through the Venetian. It's hilarious, absolutely hilarious, and you'll be sung at as well at the same time. Go and see the craziest shows that you've ever seen. Just wander around the hotels, the shopping complexes, stand outside the Bellagio and just listen to the volume of those dancing fountains. Go and see them in the evening. You'll see Elvis I don't know how many times while you're there. As you saw there's one of the hotels that has its own roller coaster. There are crazy things that happen absolutely everywhere in this city. It is a place like nowhere else in the world, and you've got to see it at least once in your life. You're going to be there for 3 fabulous nights. I have to say, I've been twice now, about to go a 3rd time in September. I'm absolutely addicted. There's nowhere else that can kind of match it for me. You're going to absolutely love it. Now, I did say that this was a holiday of contrast. So from Vegas, we are then going to fly you over to New York. Now, this is very, very different. New York is a crazy city. It's the city that never sleeps, isn't it? But you're going to be here for 3 nights in a hotel, and you're going to have to do some careful planning here as to what you fancy doing, because the list just goes on and on and on and on. There are so many things you can do. Again, you can go and see big shows here. Of course, you want to see things like the Statue of Liberty. Well, you'll be sailing out past it. I'll just tell you right now. Lower Manhattan, you'll want to see. You'll want to go shopping in the big malls, and you'll want to go and do so many different things. Where you've got 3 nights there in a hotel, and then it's cruise time. And remember, you're cruising out of New York, so you will be sailing past the Statue of Liberty on the newly refreshed Queen Mary 2 from Cunard. She's just had a huge refit at the back end of last year, November, December. And so all of the interiors have been reupholstered. The carpets have been refreshed with brand new looks. They've replaced a lot of the furnishings. They've updated the styling in a lot of the bars and the lounges as well, but not lost 1 ounce of that classic Cunard experience, which is smart and opulent and beautiful. Remember though, this cruise is taking us around the Caribbean, so I don't want you thinking that you're going to be in your tuxedo sailing around the Caribbean, because what happens during the day on this ship is very different to what happens in the evening. So during the day it is wonderful and casual, and everyone will be sunbathing, just enjoying the beauty of the Caribbean. It's 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening. That's where it all turns around. That's where the finery comes on. That's where you have a grand 5-course dinner. That's where you take your seat at the Royal Court Theatre. There are more casual options for you in the evening as well. If dressing up isn't your thing, it's really not a problem whatsoever. So we have 13 fabulous nights around the Caribbean to enjoy on this ship. Sailing out of New York, first few days at sea, and we're in Charlotte Amalie in St. Thomas, so the real heart of the Caribbean here. We're in the Virgin Islands, of course. And what can I tell you that those 3 pictures don't? This is just pure joy. Remember though that every destination in the Caribbean is a different island with different cultures, with different activities, with a different feel as well. So don't think one island is the whole Caribbean. They've all got their own individual flavours. Bazatir in St Kitts looks beautiful. This is Roseau in Dominica. Dominica is the most charming little island. Lots of lovely tours here. Less developed. Zip lining, river hiking, Trafalgar Falls. There's so much to enjoy. Then we're in Bridgetown in Barbados. Now this is a little bit more hustle bustle for the Caribbean actually, Bridgetown. Lots of fabulous adventures. Harrison's Cave is always a good one, I think, because everyone wants to cool down a little bit. It's very warm in the Caribbean, as you would expect. Then we go into Castries in St Lucia. Lots of different adventures. If you do get a chance to take an ATV tour, they are very, very exciting. It's nice to have sort of control over those vehicles and just go off the beaten track, which is lovely. St Martin, that beach you see there at the top, that's the one where the airport is very close. The planes come in very close to that beach on their landing, which is pretty spectacular. And there's lots of water sports available there for you as well. A few days at sea, and then we are back into New York. And I tell you what, you will love the days at sea on this itinerary as well. They're the chance for you to really indulge in the Cunard experience. Just enjoy everything there is. You know, have the afternoon tea, upgrade it to a champagne afternoon tea, maybe once or twice. Go and see those fantastic shows. Go and have a wonderful treatment in the spa. That's always worth doing. Go and do some really immersive shopping as well while you are on one of those sea days, because you've got all the big brands there. And of course, remember, it's still tax and duty free as well. Anyway, listen, I've given you too many ideas already. So this is another one of those Dream Away packages where really it's 3 holidays in one, right? So it's for November, so it's not a million miles away if you think about it, all beautifully curated by our team. The flight from Sydney over to Las Vegas, you'll love it. 3 nights in a hotel there included. Then you've got your flight from Las Vegas over to New York. 3 nights in a hotel there. You'll love that as well. And then, of course, you'll be joining Queen Mary 2 on her 13-night voyage around the Caribbean back then to New York. And when you get back into New York, we'll transfer you from the port. So we'll meet you from the ship and transfer you to the airport for your flight back to Sydney. Amazing. All of that. And you could take advantage of booking this literally today, now, for a deposit of just $500 each. I know. Feels so good, doesn't it? You can reach out and touch that now, can't you? Here's your price tag. That's for everything. That's for the flights, that's for Vegas, that's for New York, that's for the Caribbean cruise with Cunard. I mean, you'd expect tens of thousands of dollars just for the Cunard experience, right? No. That is incredible. And you'll come back from that feeling like that is a holiday which was worth tens of thousands of dollars as well. That is an incredible price tag. And remember, $500 each today gets it booked. You interested? You just need to call us. You just need to call right now, 1300 412 358. Toll free. Doesn't cost you a cent to dial. Let's have a look at upgrades actually, because that's a really good opening price, isn't it? So let's look at upgrades. If we want to upgrade for our Caribbean part of this holiday, for our cruise on Queen Mary 2, sailing in and out of New York. Can you imagine being out on your balcony as you do the sail away out of New York, past the Statue of Liberty? Oh, I can see it now. Can you? Incredible. Call us now. Any questions? You want to tailor that holiday even further, by the way. Let's say, for instance, you wanted to add a stay somewhere else. I mean, LA's not a long way away from Las Vegas. Maybe you want some time in Vegas, some time in LA, then some time in New York, and then the cruise. Maybe at the end of the cruise you want to do something else on the way back. Listen, use your imagination, talk to the team, we can make it happen. The number's 1300 412 358. Don't forget, of course, you can spread the cost of all of the offers that we show here on the CruiseAway show with Travel Pay Later, as it's very, very easy to set up for you as well. And then you pay over 6 or 12 installments for your holiday. Right, final offer in this show, super exciting. 25 nights of holiday time at the end of October. Now on this trip, we just fly it one way because we're actually going to be sailing back to Sydney with Holland America Line on the Westerdam. So 22nd of October, let's begin with the flight from Sydney over to Washington State to Seattle in America. And we get to Seattle in. Okay, right, back to the drawing board then. We get to settle in Seattle for 2 nights in a hotel. A joke's no good if you need to explain it, you know. Okay, anyway, Seattle has so much to offer. The waterfront here is absolutely beautiful. And of course, you can see all the skyscrapers from there as well. There's a big wheel for you to ride. You can get up and see the aquarium as well, which is very, very nice. Get way up to the Space Needle, 184 meters up with 360-degree views around the city itself. There's a museum of pop culture. Go around the Gasworks Park. There's so much. Anyway, listen, you're there for 2 nights. Enjoy. And then we have our 24-night cruise with Holland America Line on their Westerdam. Now, these ships are beautiful. They are perfect to explore destinations, these ships, because there's a very, very relaxed vibe on board. You're being very, very taken care of on a cruise like this. Everything is very classy, more low-key luxury, I have to say. Very, very nice indeed. Everything's done properly. There's a very nice crew to passenger ratio, so you feel very looked after. There aren't tens of thousands of people on board. This isn't one of the mega ships in the cruising world. Great for families as well. There's lots there for the children if you decide that this is going to be a family holiday. And let me tell you what lots of people are doing right now is they're taking multiple generations of their family away on holiday because, you know, we had a good few years where we couldn't travel, right? So, you know, holiday's a big thing. We need to make sure it happens and let's get everybody involved. So these ships are perfect because there is something for everyone. And if you're traveling with family, and even if you're traveling with your other half, you might like doing different things. Some of you might like being more energetic and getting involved in activities. Some of you might be a little bit more, just show me a lounger, I'll take my book and I'll be fine there. Then, you know, a cruise ship is just perfect because it's a lovely, safe environment. You can go off and do your own thing if you're traveling with other people, and then get together in the evening. Say, okay, well, let's meet for cocktails before we go to dinner. And then maybe we'll take in a show. Maybe we'll go and join in a live game show. You know, your choices of an evening are many and plenty. As you can see, the dining is just perfection. All freshly made on board. Beautifully prepared. Room service, by the way, if you don't even fancy going to the restaurant in the evening, you fancy something sent to the room, 24-hour room service included in your cruise fare, which is almost unheard of in the cruising world. As you can imagine, that's quite some long walk to your cabin to deliver food, but they're not charging you any extra for it, which I think is absolutely amazing. Now, we are 24 nights on this cruise on the Westerdam, and of course, remember, we're sailing out of Seattle in America back to Sydney. So our first few days are at sea, and we're calling into the Hawaiian Islands first, Honolulu. I would love to take a Pearl Harbor tour, actually, I have to say. I think it's very, very poignant. There's a lot to learn there if you have got the children with you as well. A great kind of living history lesson there potentially for you. Then we go on to the Big Island, Kona, of course. The Hawaii Volcanoes National Park is here. There's a lovely historical trail there past the cinder cones, the lava tree moulds, which were formed by the lava back in 1868. A few days at sea, we're in Samoa next, in Apia. Now you can take a panoramic drive to the home of Robert Louis Stevenson here. There are vanilla farms that you can visit or just enjoy the wonderful lush beaches. Day at sea, and we are in Suva in Fiji, which is just beautiful. Most of the population actually in Fiji live right here. Authentic local villages nearby. Just enjoy its incredible charm. Next, we are in Lautoka, again in Fiji. Wonderful little port here and a very busy port as well. So why not take the opportunity to go and relax at a thermal mud bath just to relax and unwind. Or if you're high octane, there's a zipline tour through the forest. A couple of days at sea, we're in Lifu, which is in New Caledonia. Iso is the capital here in the Loyalty Islands, where you port into. Very warm welcome here. Pristine white sand beaches. Again, vanilla plantations on offer here as well. Noumea is next, New Caledonia. Let the choo-choo train show you around here. It's one of the excursions that you can take, and there's the local Karnak village as well, or head to the Amity Lighthouse Marine Reserve, which is always very, very popular. Couple of days at sea and we're home into Sydney, and that's where we'll reluctantly leave Westerdam, kicking and screaming, having enjoyed, how many nights were we on board? 24 nights. So at the end of 24 nights, you get used to being very, very looked after, very pampered, not having to cook or wash up or clean up, or, you know, it all just happens around you, having enjoyed the most incredible food on board as well. And this is the kind of holiday you come back from, and the first thing you do is you call us again and say, right, next one, I'm ready for another. It's incredible. What a lovely break for October this will be then. It's 25 nights, remember, in all. So included in the price, the flight from Sydney over to Seattle, 2 nights in a hotel there. We've included all of that. We've made all the arrangements for you, all sorted in the package price. Then your 24-night cruise that we've just been through across the Pacific back to Sydney. Let's have a look at your price tag. You know, sometimes when I might just be catching you on one of those days where you just feel like, I need something. You know, maybe things for you at the moment just, you know, not going the way they should, and you just need a break. This could be that perfect break. And remember, budgeting for this is very, very easy and simple as well, as I'll show you in just a moment. Let's have a look at the details for upgrading. There they are for ocean view, balcony, and for your suite price as well. And remember, in terms of the balcony, whether you're going now or whether you're going a couple of years away, use the travel pay later as well. It breaks down the cost of your holiday down to 6 or 12 payments. Very, very easy to sign up. No upfront payments, costs to be made there. It's interest free as well. You just pay an admin fee. It's very, very simple, very, very easy, and you can talk more to our team about setting that up for you on any one of our offers. 1300 412 358 is that telephone number. Tell me please, out of those 3 holiday opportunities, which one grabbed you the most? I bet everyone watching this right now is saying all 3. Yeah, I would be as well. Listen, if you want to see the show again, just go to our YouTube channel and you will see all of our current shows there. And don't forget to come and see us here on Gecko, 10 in the morning, 1 and 4 in the afternoon, every single day. See you back here soon. Have a good day.